ya nyante chwa emre bia am this ka be free Europe akoma ebusuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer eye easy eye convenient eye fast and sound so ye free won't ya hwe me discover ye mapim tap send Intienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana afa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now check it that beat is real don't will make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it push sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo o so to mfa akosika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass ekosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pebia. So ukoton kwadia enye bebia wo se wutumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Once again, we are gathered here to speak show business with my people. And you know how we do it? Here on Sammy Flex TV, that is Showbiz Daily. We do what we've got to do. And you have to join us. Let's do it as usual. Every weekday, 7 p.m. Go Ghana time. Then we are coming your way with some of the top stories. And I always say that we are interested in the pertinent stories and not the petty ones. Of course, we have a way of dealing with the petty ones. We deal with them beautifully, professionally, and nicely as always. My name is Sammy Flex, and in your shot, Roland Amati is here. He is your event publicist, talent manager, and of course, one of my pundits here. And Nanat Reagan is back from 2022. He is back from 2022 after rolling all over Ghana with his artist Wendy Shea. But how was the experience? Tell me. Christmas shows as a road manager. How was life? How was life? Take me through it. Let me feel how it was like whilst you were on the streets.
Let me wish cherished viewers a happy new year since it's my
you are now coming back from.
Yes. It was exciting. I want to say it was very, very adventurous as well.
Okay.
It's my first time being on the road like that with an A-list artist.
Okay.
So it was very, very tiring, but at the end of the day, very exciting because everything that we attended to was very, very successful. And I think from November we started playing shows outside Accra. We went to Brekum and all those places throughout to December. We played some shows too before even the Shea concert.
Okay.
And immediately after the Shea concert, that is when the
pressure started.
Pressure started because after the Shea concert was 8, and that very 8 at 8 p.m. we were supposed to be at Seshi Body. I don't know if I
Seshi Body.
Seshi Body. And on the 9th
Body.
Yeah.
Seshi Body.
And then on the 9th we were in Sampa. So it was back to back from 7th, 8th, 9th, just like that, like traveling from Accra to Seshi, then from Seshi to Sampa, and then from Sampa back to Accra to also attend to support some of the artists and also show our appreciation to Ebony and other people like that. So it was very, very hectic, but it was successful. So.
What are the things the industry should really consider artists for in such times? I don't know if you get me. Like, for instance, we deal with them. We want them for interviews, we want them for shows, we want them for this, we want them for that. But you being on the road, you know what you guys suffered. So as an industry, during such times, the peak seasons, what are the things we should expect from artists, our expectations, our considerations in dealing with them?
Let me speak about consideration. I mean, I know some of media platforms wanted some of these artists to appear on their shows and other things like that. And I know how it feels when you need an artist and the artist turns the invites down and all of that. But I think we as media people needs to be considerate, because during such seasons, the artists are booked. Some of them are having conversations to be booked, and that is the time that their budget increase. Like it shoots up, because. For instance, anytime Wendy is going out, let's say if she's going for even a radio interview, we don't spend less than 1,700 cedis.
Wow.
For just radio interview. So imagine if she's appearing on TV and she has to do that for like throughout the week. So sometimes when the calls keep coming in and you tell some of these people that, okay, let's schedule it for this day, they think that you are just snubbing them and they don't want to appear on their show. In fact, I had an encounter with one TV3 producer when we were going to promote the Shea concert. I called him, and then after talking to him, and he agreed to, help us promote the concert. He called me back and he was like, you see that when you people need us, then you call us. But when we need you to be on our shows, then you don't want to show up. So it was like we stayed on the phone for like 45 minutes, back and forth, trying to explain to him that, Charlie, it is not easy. It is not as you see it out. I think one thing I have learned or realized as a road manager is the realities of talent manager and the realities of the media. It is not the same.
Because you have tasted.
It is never the same. In fact, when you get to such position, you might be confused. When realities of the artist starts coming to you, you feel like there are certain things that I've even said in the past that, like, knowing the realities, I think it doesn't even make sense.
I like this.
Yes, it doesn't make sense, because sometimes.
But sometimes I wish everybody should taste a bit of all the spaces. And it's the same way. If they should also come to our side,
they will understand. Sometimes when we are on the road and we are having conversation, I keep quiet. Not because I don't know what they are talking about. I keep quiet just to listen to
their version.
Like how they understand the industry, and how I also understand the industry. So when they start contributing, then it brings that argument. Then we will just be doing back and forth from our crowd to wherever that we are going. So I've learned so much. I mean, within this short period working with Wendy Shea, and I think that during the such seasons, the media should be a bit considerate with invite for shows and other things. They should try and promote some of the events that the artists associate themselves with, than just needing them to. I'm not saying needing them to promote your platforms or whatever is not important. Some of the platforms during certain times, the artists also avail themselves to also show up, because, for instance, Rough Town, I think we were invited for the UTV's Day with the Stars and other things, and we showed up. We also attended a few interviews, including Nana Romeo's platform. So we will get time to attend some of the shows, but at other times the artist gets very, very tired, and it is not easy working with a female artist. As for a male, he will know his way out. Even if he's tired, he will know what to do to get the energy back to do. But sometimes with the female, only period so I think that is the thing
that the Roland asked that question.
They should be very considerate about. Apart from that, I think the media have been very supportive in during December. Like, for instance, we took less than a week to promote the Shea concert, and it was because of the platforms that availed themselves to us to push the thing, and we also saw how successful it was. So I mean, that is what I would say about that.
Wow. Okay, so I love this. When you grow in a certain field, I really enjoy this, and I'm loving all the perspectives and the angles Nana Reagan, who is currently the road manager of Wendy Shea, is telling us. Yes, I'm sure Roland and myself, we have also been sharing our version here as well, and that's even triple of what Nana Reagan is talking about. It is not easy. It is like a crazy stuff. No two ways about that. And we give thanks for that. Of course, in Team Dodo Solomon, Chemo is also here. And we are about to jump into the issues here on Showbiz Daily Live on Sammy Flex TV. And I'll be coming to thank those who have already given us some 1 or 2 cash for our Sunday gathering. We want to call it the industry gathering, a gathering powered by Sammy Flex TV, where we are calling other industry people to join us in our residence on Sunday. So we have a sitting that will be discussing many issues into our industry into 2022 and moving forward in 2023, what we can do. Yesterday I received some money from some people, and I will be coming in to mention their names. There is one that has not landed. Why is it like that? You receive notification that money has come, but the money won't hit your account.
Yeah, sometimes the authorities are reviewing the money.
Oh, this small money to what?
Yeah. or it could be also the system. The system can sometimes delay in
because when it happens like that, you don't know whether to tell the person you've received the money or not.
No. Yeah, the system can delay the payment a bit, but it's because of authorities reviewing and all that. Even if it is small money, the what they call advice that comes with it, they have to review it and all that. So it will make it delay small.
Well, our good friend from Finland sent money, and as it stands now, the money is still pending. So we don't even know how we are dealing with that. Well, I've sent someone to check for me at MTN to see how they can work on it.
Yeah, sometimes even the exchange rate can delay it when they are not sure how they should sell it. Or
this one, he sent 500, and he made sure that he added the charges. So
but for them, but still for them they will delay it. You know, sometimes when you go to a bank and you want to even exchange your own money, they will say that they don't have the current rate, so you have to wait. Especially at this time that the currency is so volatile. Yes, they can give it to you. Let's say 10 cedi a dollar, but the current one will come and it is 11 cedis. Now they have lost 1 cedi, and they will not love to do that. In fact, some of them will, because of that, they will even give you less. Instead of the 10 cedi, they can give you 9 cedis. Wow. Because they don't have the current rate.
Well, so thank you so much, my good brother from Finland. Augustino. Augustino. So we are still on hold. Then let me use the opportunity to also mention the other guy, so I don't come back to it again because time no day. Yeah, the other guy is a student. As a matter of fact, he's in the UK. So yesterday he also worked us, and he said, "Oh, brother, I'm in school, but I want to support this sitting. So I'm also sending some 200 Ghana cedis. You guys should join hands and make this happen." So his name is Edmond. Yeah, Edmond.
Yeah,
he is in UK now, pursuing his PhD right now. So Edmond, thank you. I've received your money as well, and to Augustino, your money is still in the air. When it lands, I'll let you know that it has landed. So same way, you can also support us in your small way. And this is what we want to do. Maybe you didn't get the information yesterday. This is what we want to do. We are doing what we call the industry sitting, calling our colleague presenters, producers, pundits, resource persons, those who we can reach in the showbiz industry to join us on Sunday in our residence here in Sotum. So we think about 2022 and into 2023 show business, our contribution, our role, our impact, and if it is possible, how we can even come together to make sure we have a formidable front. That is what we want to do. So Sunday, powered by Sammy Flex TV, of course, Kwadwo King's baby, we are all making sure it happens. So same way, you can also support us. Initially, we were doing it among us, so it was going to be small, but the scale we are going to will be bigger than us. That is why we would need your support in any ways to make it happen. So that's the number on the screen. You can also wire it, and we will recognize you duly for whatever you've done for us. Appreciations. God bless you. Now, mention to the people behind the scenes. Digital Rasta is Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show. Emmanuel Fowila, PG, producer. And Gideon Nilam Tessin, who is also our creative director. Team is set. Sammy Flex, we are good to go. Now, Yamon Paye. Hallelujah. Amen. Alpha Hour has been trending. I'm sure when I go to Twitter right now, they will be in the trend. Let me go ahead and confirm this. Alpha Hour has been trending. Hey! They are, said it. Number 3. BB Titans number 1, Yemi number 2, and Alpha are at number 3. They are still trending. Why are they trending? They are trending because of this photo. And Richie can show them the photo. So I use what my knowledge can tell me to describe this photo to you. Then I ask my people whether they also see something wrong with it or not. So in this photo, reliable information I have is that this photo was taken after the 31st night service at the Elwak Sports Stadium. That day, the whole Elwak Stadium was filled to the brim, filled to capacity. Everybody was there. Like, it was beautiful. When others were using the stadium, the Accra Sports Stadium, Pastor Elvis Amoy, Elvis something, but I know it is Elvis. Pastor Elvis also took grounds of the Elwak Park, and he also filled the place with large. So later, they had to go to their rooms to count how much offertory was given to them. So I don't know who took the photo and with what intention. That is what I've been thinking about since last night. Like, who took this photo and with what intention? So in the office, we can see about like 5 money counting machines. Oh, yes, I can see about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one in the corner, 5. And people were busily, ushers with tags in front of them were busily counting. And people don't understand. Like, people are like, hey, church, and you're using counting machines like you're in a bank. There is even a calculator. Like, people don't get like, hey, church, really? They're making money like this? And they say, so you people didn't know all this while. Now someone is saying, why should you guys be alarmed because of the money you saw? Have you thought about the following? Now, Richie, bring the other photo. Let me show them what the guy was also arguing for. You can highlight it more so I read from your screen. Good. From top. And it says, so let's admit that this is Pastor Elvis Church, the convener Alpha Hour Global. This was the crossover service held at the Elwak Sports Stadium on the 31st December 2022. I am sure, now he was asking questions. So I'm sure the venue was free, I guess. The sound was free, I guess. The buses that transported most of the members was free, I guess. The 20,000 chairs and extra field lights were free, I guess. 1 chair is 2 Ghana cedis, so calculate. The stage lights were free. Or were the stage lights free? The security on the day was free. The medical team on standby was free. The bandsmen played for free. The anointing oil shed was free. The cleaning company before and after the service was free. The ambulance service free. The fire service presence was free. The media promotion was for free. The camera and video was for free. The famous counting machine was bought on credit. The water provided was for free. The rest facility was for free. Promotional and publicity materials were for free. The data for streaming was for free. The individuals who provided services in various areas were for free. The stage was free. The generator that was used throughout the event free. Even you watch it for free. The communication shed was free. Be reasonable and put a budget to this few on top of my head list before you spill your nonsense. If I start with you people, you feel the heat. Dana, yankoi. Alpha. Then I'll call sorry, Are you also surprised what is happening and why people are shocked?
No, I'm not surprised why people are shocked. Some are shocked for obvious reasons, of course. They are not in agreement with how the Christian body carry themselves about when it comes to like our money activities and things like that. There are other people too who are shocked or surprised because of how recently faith leaders or the Christian leaders have been portraying themselves in our society lately, like the show off and other things like that. How they are comparing their church buildings, their cars and other things like that. So definitely some of these pictures will raise such alarm and people will want to run commentaries or want to talk about it. It is fine. But personally, I don't have a problem with it because ministry, you can't run a ministry without money. You need huge finances to run a ministry. The problem I have is that my grandmother was a Presbyterian, and at the end of the year they go to the farm, bring farm products, and then you see cassava that you can buy for 10 cedis, somebody will buy it for like 1 million.
They call it harvest
time,
yeah.
And when they announced that the church has been able to get, let's say, 100 million or $1 million at the harvest, people jubilate. Like the excitement, the people don't raise questions as to why the church is getting money at that time. Because you know that the church constantly announced that at the quarter we want to build a school for the community. At this quarter we are building a market. We are building hospital. We are trying to contribute to the let's say school fees of these people. We are giving out scholarships to these people. Lately we hardly, I'm not saying the churches don't do, but we hardly see churches engaging in some of these things. So when the moment people see huge sums of money going into the church, they feel like it's for just one person. That poster so and a billboard bi so or jedi akwakoto Bugatti bi ade ababe na mama akofon say almost yourself his almost was winyeska pe ankenye boni say obi di nisika e kwakọ support ya sorry me pona anopa obi at the same day me and na me na ye argument and he is one person no put the one like he is one person na on me argument about this homosexuality about Ghana, about legalizing, money how can. Unfortunately for him, he is one person on no feel say, and yes, she says be Bema be fan and Yanko Bemato. Our Ghana and it is nobody's business. That has been his quote, like in the casa or can be. So I was just asking, say, so if somebody also wants to spend the income on God or in the other church, how is that your business? Like, did he put his hand in your pocket to take your money to go and give it to the church? Like, if you think about it, how is that your business? Apart from the fact that you want to argue that sorry, sorry, maybe also accommodate find it. Anka me obi eso no wa ejuma we nya sika yetu an 1,500 Ghana cedis a month we nya sika ni bi obetu amu tight eyi bi di aye offer na me na na if I'm away and family because at the end of the day it doesn't affect me.
Exactly.
Not
that's not your money.
Not directly.
So this is the same line I was going with the person, because at this point when it comes to the church issue, people feel like indirectly it still affects everybody. And I asked myself, say, is it only with the church activity now won't say indirectly nyama affect you biana? No. Most of the activities nyama we raise questions to, objections to nyama na uji unko indirectly won't say affect you. Unless you are just looking at it like straightforward like that. If you want to really sit down and think about all these things that I am mentioning, you won't say indirectly ebe kwa ba bitiao. So the offer will be the Nisika Kotua title, will be the Nisika Kotua offer now. Indirectly, be affect you. It is the same thing. So you can't say yenjai bako normal because it's a business, and then you come back to look at one that is also not your business. That is double standard in some sense. So yes, in Kofako Alpha Hour, I'm gonna fully say, and you see, let's not take away the fact that you omo mukono mu yo musika no omo modamo. No. Men, and that down for let's say
they are not under duress. Yeah, enforce you.
Yeah, you cry. That's a real feel. I say, omo yes, I am money now. Omo na ebi mu kran ko school, bu pa ko school chair. But when you ask them, some of them will tell you why they will do it and even do it more.
Yeah. Do it again and
they
again.
Will do it again and again. Yes, sebi okwase ashwa. Eni eti aso mpere. Okoye ne na anko ni ya anko besi anya asa bi won. Ofelese okoye ni bibia onu infa adekro ye okan wa na empire crop boy ansa na oyibo sa afore no. Ebia ne saka. At that point no wo ne wan na abakwa akochere ne say enye nti na won saka. That is his belief. That is the faith or the two na namu ntu awetu no the faith na namu ntu awetu no. To me, I don't see why people should be dragging Alpha Hour and be running commentaries up and down on social media. Like at the end of the day, I ask myself, say, oh, can I saying like people should stop giving offertories or they should stop attending Alpha Hour. And I said, then meant me, I don't get the whole baby. I'm they
want to discourage the fact that people.
Why are you discouraging somebody? Say or no giving so much to the church. That's I mean, and I make
the
say
pastors are eating the money.
Pastors are eating the money. You see, if there is a way to address it, let's address it. Don't discourage somebody going to give his money to the church. But I just say you're a politician. Somebody here tax. I don't know you ask our and are you going to say because of that we should discourage people from paying tax? Is that what you are saying? Are we not here? Can we? Yeah, na you point a politician. Omo ye fele so mo wi aska wa ban mu. Ye bia mo mai say enti body.
That bebre.
Enti discouraging crofo say me who man ma me to tax because politicians be wi aska na kwakodi. You are also not doing something right. If you have a way to address it, like I'm saying, your society one of the society and I say groups are omo boy your society. Religious groups no. Let me count many religious schools, universities, you can count plenty hospitals. You can count them. The scholarships they are giving to people. So as you can demand for scholarships, no se month to do as well. A young crofo sika we bi mom je na make say yen na ne ase nkofo bi ma yama enyeme bia ne conversation asay. So you who say nipa we there wajisika pa nyama we no dey here insesa nko de be nyama we. So if you have a way to address those issues, talk about that. Don't discourage somebody say men fa osika nko ha.
Okay, Chamo, continue from there. What do you also see the way social media is talking about Alpha R?
I love it, but the point is how do I put it? Like, if the people think that it's the best way for them to spend their money, why not? But why I like it because it's also creating some kind of awareness of people should be aware of how people spend their money. In fact, one way that some of these things affect some of us directly is that your sibling somewhere, your friend somewhere will come and beg for money. And before you realize, they will go and give it to a pastor. and even thank God that the God has blessed them by you giving them the money. You give the money. Then they will go and thank God for it. And the thanking God, they will give some of the money that you give them to the pastor.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it will affect you directly, yes. So if you are aware of it, or if some of us we are aware of it and we see no need to give money. I mean, if I'm sure that if I give you money, this is what you are going to do. Obviously, I will not give you the money. unless I feel that not giving you the money will affect you emotionally or psychologically. I will just give it for you to just go and waste it anyway. That's how I see it, yes. Because most of the pastors, especially the one-man pastors like this pastor, he doesn't account to anybody. Whatever comes to his head, then he will go ahead and do it. Buy a private jet, build a mansion, build a school, or whatever. Like whatever comes to his head. There's no accountability
for anybody.
For anybody. In fact, some of them will even insult you in addition. You know, I think last year earlier part of last year, we heard what this guy Akosewa told one of his church members.
That the church's money is not to
spend on people. It's for the church. They will use it to
God.
paint. They use it to paint the church. And he is not accountable to anybody.
Yeah.
So whatever comes to his head is what he will do or what he thinks is right. So you may be lucky if he will use it to build a school or a clinic or whatever for the church members to go for free, or even sometimes they will build a school, but the church members, in fact, most of them cannot even attend because it's expensive for them.
Yeah.
So I am happy that people are talking about it, because this is a way just to put pressure or accountability of those who are receiving the money. Now this guy will be thinking, hey Charlie, so if I go and buy some Bugatti, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Because
now they have seen that I've gotten money from this. So it's a way for the society to put pressure on the person receiving the money. But he is not accountable to anybody. Church business is more like private. It's not tangible. Like it's not something that you can hold. But it's a business. To me, it's a business. They are selling faith. You go there, they will tell you
they are selling faith.
Yes, they will tell you something. Then you are hopeful. You have faith that something better will come to your life, and then you pay for it. It's a service. Just that some people are not ready to accept that fact that it's business, and that's how they do it. They don't want us to say that. They rather say that they are serving God, they are doing God business, but it's purely business. In fact, the guy who was trying to defend it made that point clear. He spoke about the light, the ambulance, whatever, like he listed the things that will cost them. And you want them to just let it go for free. No. They have to find a means to pay for those things. And in the quest of paying for those things, they will get profit. And that's how business is done. If we organize a show for, let's say, Shatta Wale, and we pay for the stage, the lights, the ambulance, and whatever, should we let it go? No, we will charge and
we
for
also
us to
sell tickets.
Yes, exactly.
To take care of our costs.
Exactly. But for them, they can't sell direct tickets. They have to encourage people to donate. So some people will pay for others, and obviously they will make profits. If it doesn't go well, they won't do it again. I can bet on that. If they know that the thing that we did the last time we lost, they will not do it again. So it's business, and this is how it is done. So for them doing it, I mean, it's fair and square. I mean, it's not illegal to do that. Okay. But I'm happy that people are talking, because it will put pressure on those receiving the money to maybe make good use of it, or for others to know that, okay, so this is it. This is it. Yeah, this is how you make the money, and this is how you spend it. And I think for them, for him making the money, I think it's fair and square. He has worked hard enough to get it. After hour, he started it for some time now, and he's always doing it around 12 a.m. to something. The guy is not sleeping.
Every day, 12 midnight.
Yes, he is not sleeping. For God's sake, he could have just slept in his room, but no. He wants to encourage people. He wants to sell faith for people to get healed.
And his numbers are good.
Good.
Like people are really patronizing him.
Yes, and he has to eat from it. So for him eating, I mean, this is fair and square. But I'm happy that people are going to put pressure on him. At least if he will not do the right thing, he will not even be flamboyant about it. Like he will not spend it.
You'll not be blowing the money
anyhow. Yes.
Well, now we've seen where your sources.
So I'm happy that people are putting pressure on him in that sense.
Okay, what about you? What do you also think about the Alpha Hour Money expose? And once again, we are looking for the guy who took the picture. We are still looking for him. If he doesn't own up, you pray and let the Holy Ghost reveal him to us and he will answer questions. Roland, speak finally on this and let's move on to the next business.
If you chop the money, you chop. There's nothing anybody can do about it. That one, yeah. With the likes of Obini, Mopambo, or both of them have been flaunting their worth, and what has anybody done about it?
Nothing yet.
Yes, and don't they go the same tangent? People don't which people don't know the source of their worth, aside ones probably that we don't know. The ones that we know is the fact that they run churches, they run ministries, and they get money from there. So whatever they flaunt, we can confidently point out that okay, this is what this person is doing and it's getting their money. So if at a point this man will flaunt his worth, there is nothing anybody can do about it. If you don't want to go and give your money, that is up to you. But know that if you don't, somebody else will do. Case die. And for people who are raising concern about counting machines, calculator, scanning also ne.
Say who counting machine rough. Who are a bank. And who has stored them. And who okay, I saw them where they counting machine. That means there is money focus.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Let me make this.
Yeah,
clear.
but they anticipate they will make money,
in
so
fact,
they go prepared. Yeah.
That is where the people are worried
And
about.
obviously so, because it's business.
Yes.
In fact, let me make this clear. Among all the big ministries that run on 31st night, this is even the least of it.
Least.
Least.
How? What do you mean?
Alpha Hour impact, you say? Can you compare Alpha Hour's impact to Lighthouse? Hey.
But Lighthouse photo hasn't come out.
Yes, it hasn't come out into who we are.
So Lighthouse, how do they take money from those in the stands?
No, you see Alpha Hour. No, you see Alpha Hour. They now thanks to COVID and its stuff. Now there are online ways of doing stuff. So aside even this one physically that we are seeing, there are electronic ones.
Wow.
So this one, this is just the least of it.
I'm sure banks will be chasing these guys.
Oh yeah.
Just to manage their finances. Yeah.
Oh,
this is just the least of it.
They go there with even bullion vans, waiting for the money. After
the last time we went to last time we went to Lakeside Estate, I who Lighthouse branch. You now describe it. Describe, Chebo. Maybe I'm sorry that I see no, and the type of people that will go there. And the caliber of churches see one. If so be every Sunday poker say once a week throughout the year, mark correction 20 Ghana and poor. I sorry that is your. Oh, we can borrow Ghana money. It's like that. And me, I don't have any problem with it. In fact, you see, if you don't know how to do business, keep quiet. It's as simple as that. You see these people, they are investing. Aside the spiritual aspect of it, even if we can't physical, they are investing their time, their mind, their energy, everything into what they are doing. So you think the guy waking up 12 a.m., they be praying from 12 to 2, 12 to 3, 12 to for a long time, no?
Or sit and go hungry.
Or we expect him
with
to go hungry.
Numbers.
Oh no, come on. It will even be unfair on our side to even be thinking this way. And another side of this is also for us to learn the impact of the new media, that is social media. If we are talking about one of the strongholds of this ministry, it is social media. And another point is that he's been able to tap members from almost all the churches, members, vibrant on social media. He's been able to tap into them.
And most of his people too are outside of Ghana.
Exactly.
The people are abroad.
Even a lot of them are also in Ghana.
In Ghana.
Has huge numbers.
Until you can just imagine the impact. The impact of social media. how well you use it, how well you are.
Because the whole thing started from Facebook.
From Facebook. Now he has monetized it.
Now he does it on YouTube.
Facebook can monetize you. Don't.
Facebook can monetize.
They are monetizing Facebook.
No, but I think he has used his knowledge.
Oh yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember he and his boys, they will be live on Facebook praying.
Great. Keep tagging.
Tag someone.
Tag 50 people.
Share.
Share.
Religion is strong. No, religion is strong.
Oh yes.
Serious.
Oh, yes.
Because this guy, some people don't even see him.
No.
But look at the way he has been able to win their hearts.
I can tell you there are so many people that have
the way I get links,
that have followed this ministry for a long time. Even on 31st night, I know of people who even went to Elwa but did not even see him.
No, you won't see him.
Oh yes. It depends on your level.
No, you won't see him. But the thousands of people who were gathered there, how were you going to even see him?
But no, I'm saying you can see him depending on your level.
Oh, okay. Depending on who you are.
Who you are.
Your
okay.
status.
That's will be 20,000, 50,000 towards this year.
Remember special consultation.
Special table.
So let's also learn from that. Okay. The impact of social media also plays a very huge contributing factor to the success of this ministry, and we shouldn't divert away from it. The only thing is for us to pray so that they will give societal accountability, not to come and tell us directly, say at the end of service, do. But let that same contribution, because these people are contributing so that it will reflect in their life, sort of. Okay. If not spiritually, say for spiritual reasons, the manifestation is always seen physically. It's for you to also hold such societal accountability means that let that thing be impactful in the society. In the social number, we are contributing even to a school scholarship. It will help. At the end of the day, it will minimize our conversation of people trying to even discourage people to go and do this. Because in himself, say about for the pastor or the church has a good will of doing something meaningful in the society. I just sorry, Obi Alpha the pay cry baby, because in himself at the end of the day, a hospital will be built and benefiting the whole community. So let's encourage them like that.
Okay, thank you so much, and we still want to say praise the Lord, hallelujah. Amen. For all the good things he has done and he is continuously doing. Pastor Elvis, continue with the word of God. And if there is any way that some of these monies can also be used to the benefit of society, like all our people have said, let's continue to do it. Who knows? He can build schools, he can build hospitals, he can even build centers for amusement, and that is also good. Because you know, most Christian programs, apart from the church, they don't even sometimes know which venue to go to. Yeah, because yes, we know where we go to, but them sometimes they don't even know where they can go. So some of these money
that I think those who are giving pressure in knowing how much they are making, that is the kind of agenda they should push. That these leaders would use some of these monies. In fact, some of them can even go into building affordable houses so that their church members can even rent and feel, financial, release their financial burden small. So that is the thing. The last time I went to Insamom, the conversations we had with some of the prison heads over the authorities over there was that when inmates are released, because of the stereotype and other things like the stigma and other things, some of those hardened criminals wants to go and commit the crime again and come back because they don't feel okay in the society. So if there are rehab centers to even accommodate them for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and then they'll go under certain training, rehab, and then release them into society, it would help a lot of people, so that the numbers that comes back can even reduce. But the cost of even building one rehab center in Accra today can cost you $1 million. So if people like this will do some of this alpha hour and they will be making this huge sums of money, and they can put those monies together to even build rehab centers, affordable houses. You see, this country, the politicians alone can't develop it.
No. They have proven it.
They can't.
Yeah.
And all the countries developing and growing fast, they have these private enterprise people also putting efforts into it. So some of these people can be encouraged so that they will use those monies to do some of these things rather than just buying cars and displaying cars for, like as I said, more than pop stars.
Who bought the latest Rolls Royce?
Well, so like I said, we wish them well. Let's see how it goes. Now let's move on and let's talk journalism. When Nana Reagan was talking about moving with Wendy Shea, knowing the side of the artist, and he has been a producer before, he's been a journalist, a writer, and a pundit as well. So he understood both areas and how it feels like. Now we are also more or less like entertainment journalists, or better still, media people, and we understand how to ask questions, and we understand when to ask questions and what type of questions. There was an encounter between blogger Zion Felix and fashionista, fashion police, fashion expert Charlie Dio. So now I have confirmed that he is he. No, but I was confused all this while.
I've known all this while.
No, I was confused all this while. I want to be honest. I was not sure. Or your bar no Bema, but now I think after this interview, I have now confirmed that he is he, and that is fine. No, he is he, and that is fine, and that is so fine. So during the conversation in that interview with Zion Felix asked a question, and looks like the banter or the encounter that came with it. It has generated so much talk on social media. So I also want to ask my people, did he do something wrong in this encounter? Let's go watch it. I'll be right back.
99% of people. Who made that? Who did that research? You see, we can't just be putting out those. But 99% of people. Who made that? Who did that research? You see, we can't just be putting out those numbers. About 99. About did that research? Did you do that research?
I didn't do that.
Do you have a lab? Do you have a factory? Do you have a company that is going out there and making this research?
Not figures, but majority of the people.
It's an assumption. It's a myth. It's a stereotype. It's a stereotype. That's what it is. It's a stereotype. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a gay?
What does that mean? When you ask questions like that,
have you ever slept with? I mean, like a guy.
Have I ever slept with a guy?
Yeah.
So you called me to this interview. I've dressed up so nice. I put on my expensive cologne to ask me if I sleep with somebody.
I'm not saying
you're asking me who I sleep with.
No. Have you ever? Not right now.
Have I ever slept with a guy before?
Yeah.
How is that going to benefit your viewers or people watching? How is that going to benefit?
People love you.
Yes, but the people that love me don't want to know who I'm fucking.
They want to.
They don't want to know who I'm fucking. Who are you fucking? Who are you sleeping with? You're sleeping with multiple women without condoms.
You are interested in it. That's what right now.
I'm not. I've never actually was sleeping.
Online. You read it. If you weren't interested in who I was sleeping with, you wouldn't be saying this thing right now.
I'm really not interested in who you're sleeping with.
So how did you get to know?
No,
you read it because you're interested.
No, but you were asking me about my sexual life, right?
No, I'm saying that before today, you knew what you were.
Yeah, we are reading online. We are reading everything.
Interested. If you weren't interested,
I'm not really. See, I'm not. Zion, I don't care where you put your strong.
Okay.
I really don't give a fuck because that doesn't benefit me in any way. So that question is tasteless to me when you ask me who I'm sleeping with.
People do have that perception.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a what people are thinking? Like.
Wonderful encounter, an interviewer and an interviewee in that encounter. Did Zion do something wrong?
He did not do anything wrong.
Okay, so why did we get here? The kind of spectacle we just watched and the way social media is handling it. So, how did we get here?
So Charlie Dior was just trying to be controversial, was just trying to be dodgy and not answer whatever questions that was put to him. It's as simple as that. And that is his way of dodging stuff. So many people have ways of eluding questions that are thrown at them. Some people will just go straight to the point, no comments. Some people will also try to find ways and means, try to obey fast run for former for her left, right, center. Before you realize now I answer. So if you are also not a very smart interviewer, you would not even realize that the person did not answer your question. And that is Charlie Dios. But we now or try say obey the question na on answer even gave him away. Because if Zion asks you who you are sleeping with and all that, and you to him, no, he at a point in his statement, that means he even finds it offensive. Say people actually care because he was asking who gives an F about who I sleep with. That means in his line or in his routine, he doesn't consider people's opinion in the things he does. That's it. Or we shouldn't even consider people's opinion. Fine. But you are a critic. So what should we do with your opinion? In fact, whenever somebody decides to wear, how does that concern you? If you did not buy the thing for the person, it is not as if say when I was a Santa, I go go on my sakodi, and not sakodi APA no shefugu. That is when you have the right to come and say you are saying Sakodi should listen. No, but if you somebody also wants to know something about you, because I'm sure say you are not criticizing because you just want to talk. You who criticizing always say and the person would come out and give you an explanation as to why they are doing something that you are talking about. Until also people would want to know. No? It is not about the fact say who gives an F who I sleep with. People do. If he doesn't know, people do. And so many people want to know. So it is either he doesn't want to answer it simple and short, or he doesn't want people to know. Then he should just come out and say it, rather than trying to rubbish the whole scenario and make it look as if say Zion was asking an unnecessary question or Zion didn't know what he was asking about. No, he knew. So if you don't want to answer it, in fact, I even found the response the crown as tasteless as he saw the question to be.
But could it also be maybe the way Zion asked it, he could have used another approach? Using your own example. We traveled. Where did we go to? Brekum. So whilst we were coming, that was when you had booked the Wendy Shea interview. And one question dropped. You know, anytime I have interview, I start thinking about questions. Then one question dropped. I was thinking about, okay, female artist playing shows, and I something dropped that, when she is in her menses, how would she perform? Then I decided to ask my people that, okay, so if Wendy Shea comes and asks her, Wendy, would you perform when you're in your menses? Would it come across as a good question or a bad question? That was the debate we started having the car. Then they said, no. If I go straight and mention menses, it will sound negative, or it will sound bad, or it will sound evil to her and even other people who will be watching. So then we thought about, okay, then we can find a way. And when she came, I couldn't even wait to ask before I realized Roland shot that question. And he asked it in a way that Wendy heard the question, wow, this is a good question. So sometimes the way we ask some questions, knowing how sensitive they are, can it also be a matter of discussion?
Oh, it is true. It is true.
Because if you ask, do you sleep with other men?
Of course, but you see, sometimes
it's because of the figure and how
sometimes it is also dependent on
portrays himself.
the character in question.
Yeah.
No, the character in question shouldn't change the sensitivity of what you are going to discuss.
Exactly, but sometimes it does have an effect on the way you go about things. The way you interview, let's say, a figure like the president wouldn't be the same way you interview a figure like Shatta Wale. These are two different people. Yes, you can ask the president, how do you feel, or how did you feel when you had your first booking hat? But you wouldn't, you would have a manner at which you ask that same question. But I tell you, you can go blunt like that on Shatta Wale, and it will feel okay, because with that figure, it is he has painted that kind of image, which will make that environment conducive. But it wouldn't be the same way. I tell you, if it were to be a different person other than Wendy Shea, it wouldn't have been offensive like going straight. I'm just trying to figure out somebody like Ifeanyi Schwarzenegger. If you should have asked Ifeanyi Schwarzenegger, what do you do when you have your menses? It wouldn't be offensive, unless somebody else who probably is not in the same figure as Ifeanyi Schwarzenegger, that will take offense. But in that figure and in that personality, character, one shall take offense. But comparing the way Zion put you the question and to a character like Charlie Dio, I didn't expect him to have taken offense. because when it comes to asking questions and talking about matters, he is very blunt, not caring about how sensitive the whole matter is. He's very blunt, yes, and all that. So if it's just like you giving the same pill you serve, and even this one, we put the I know to cry. It is nothing compared to what Charlie Dior does.
So you feel that Zion did nothing?
Oh, he did
it was
wrong.
Charlie Dior who was
overreacted,
emotionally overrated.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Chamo, come through next.
Yeah, I think Charlie Dior gave himself up for whatever is happening, and Zion Felix even.
But interestingly, online people are rather also either teasing Zion Felix or going at him.
Well, for those people, we know they have reason to do that. They have reasons to do that. I mean, Zion Felix, based on his affairs with ladies, if I should put it that way, after getting 2 ladies pregnant and all that, he has that thing. Like, people think that he's a womanizer. In fact, I've gone through like some of the comments after any post at all, anything that has nothing to do with relationship, they will still come there and comment. So what are you doing for your baby mamas? Are you having the third one? Whatever. Not in fact, when he even post just advert or a house, like a house, they will still come and do those things. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are going the same line with this kind of video. But the Charlie guy, this was a simple question. In fact, Zion did it so well. He didn't even use the G word that will even make it more controversial and political. He just said, have you slept with a man before? It's whether you are gay or whatever. It was so straightforward.
Well, if you have slept with a man, do we have to ask you whether you are gay again?
Yes. Yes, because what means you are gay. That's why I'm saying that he even did better. Like, Zion made it simple for him. Just say no or yes or whatever. Like, what it was so simple. And if you don't want to disclose, Zion, this one I don't want to disclose, let's move on. It's as simple as that. But for you to turn it on him and say, so you sleeping with multiple women, and yes, Zion, he doesn't have to say anything. We all know. So what again? You were rather the one trying to blow it out of proportion, because people will start talking about Zion having multiple women and all that, and that will create a conversation. So he brought it on himself, and I'm surprised that people will go after Zion instead of that guy when it comes to this issue. But if they are going for Zion for what I know, I mean, I'm not surprised about that one. But if they are judging just based on that question, then I think they are on the wrong track, because Zion even did it better for him. Because if he had asked that, are you gay, then it would be like, why are you asking me that question? Is it because of my demeanor, how I dress, how I talk, or what? So many things can come up. But have you slept with a man before? It's a question that you can ask anybody. So he generalized it based on perception that people have, based on how people will talk about you. Even when we were starting, your intro was saying you are not sure whether he's a man or a woman. So this is a way for him, and I'm sure that he's aware of that thing. People may what they call misgender him. People may misgender him in a way, like some people may think that he's a lady, and some may think that no, he's a guy, and whatever. So this was a way for you to even clarify to some extent. I mean, it's not your fault that you were born this way. I mean, there are some people who get more of one of the hormones for them to have certain characters or characteristics for people to misgender them, not by intent, but sometimes based on how they see you, then they will say something. So this is even a way for you to clarify things or say more for you to win people on your side, instead of trying to be aggressive or trying to be offensive and also go after him. It was wrong on his part, and anybody who is going that direction, well, I don't know, apart from the fact that they have issue with Zion Felix already.
I see. Nana, wrap up. Let's move on to the next business.
Brasov, I don't think Zion asked a bad question, because I also, to some extent, believe that, there's nothing like a bad question. But sometimes, too, if you're a journalist or an interviewer, and you are interviewing somebody and you ask certain questions and the person's response or answers exposes your knowledge, to me, in my opinion, it becomes very unnecessary on your part, or a bad question on your part, because as a journalist, I don't think you should sit with somebody in an interview and ask questions where the person's response exposes your in-depth knowledge about whatever topic you are discussing. It shouldn't happen. Like, you should always be on top. Like, that is when, if the person is saying something in his response, you might be correcting.
But it depends on what subject you
that's
guys are having the interview on.
That's what I'm saying, certain topics.
So if I meet a doctor and I'm interviewing him and I ask about spinal cord problems and I don't understand the certain part of the spinal cord, I'm not sure it should be.
That is another topic. But there are certain general topics that you expect a journalist to have enough knowledge, like where if he is even sitting alone, he can even educate people on. A typical, I know you are not a music producer, or like you recorded in Coco, and you didn't hit.
No, we came to record in Accra.
But right now, you can sit and educate people on certain artist activities that will, you can tell that it will end well and it will not end well and other things like that. So those are some of the topics I'm talking about. So if you're a journalist and you want to choose certain topics and interview people on, you should know which questions you are asking and expect certain responses, because his response confirms the people on social media now who are trying to drag Zion or trying to like disagree with the kind of question he puts up.
Some of them have been mocking him, to say the least. Yeah.
Because some of them feels like his response exposed you so much. Like, as a woman, at the point he was even asking Zion, say, when I'm on the ASR research, like why and Zion was saying, he came out to say it is not a research, but majority of the people. Like, how do you come to such conclusions?
Okay, I get it.
You understand? Imagine if he had read about certain research and he was very specific about what he wants to ask and say, oh, based on Forbes, so and so, this, that. I want to know if you do this. Then you will know if when his response doesn't even fall in line with such research, you will know how to even also put him out or pin him. But the way I'm on also, Mama Charlie Busano questions anyway. In a way, you understand the way. For those who want to mock you, they will have every room to do that. They will make it look like, you don't even know what you are talking about. So I think to some extent, Zion also gave himself away based on how he was going about the question. I'm not saying the question was bad, because watching this particular video, I've watched. I don't remember. I don't know if it's a Kenyan journalist or who interviewed one white guy. Yeah. The way the guy was or starting conversation, the white guy was like very confident and he was having the conversation. You put the question back after the alternative, and the guy was just shooting the questions like straight to. Are you gay? Then the guy will keep quiet. Are you gay? So, like, maybe at the conversation, if he asks the question and you don't answer it, Obiabenya answer the dada in your reactions. But this is the way as you put the question, the guy was very confident. When the some research, factory.
You have a lab.
You have a lab to research.
You understand? So, me. Those who are mocking Zion, yes, I will agree to Chebotu. Some say you want to more with your mom Zion did that. So they will take advantage of it. But Zion should also watch.
So those who think that he did not prepare enough for that interview.
In fact,
especially when he decided to go to that particular
yes. they think that also I'm prepared because and can also prepare ye pan or so be share guy in the pan. I can tell that guy you mark counter questions, like you know where to pass and direct his questions, and he will get the guy to answer give him whatever answers or details he's trying to fetch from him. But in this case, also at the point can I ask an abom group to ask a question.
Send up fight na never.
That's the and that is why I'm saying that we are journalists, you shouldn't get to that position in interviews. You shouldn't, especially because we're a general topical. And this guy is one person that everybody, and then I'm going to say, yes, everybody is looking for that information to confirm that, okay, this guy in the position in our society. So if you get that opportunity and you are going to engage, you should be prepared. Like that's why my guy in the crowd prepared. Say, man, because yes, but it should be the other way around. Where Zion is like ready. If the guy goes this direction, he will go here or far from. But as a OJ no kakra na mama enemies so say and almost social media so akwakunyam.
Well,
but that guy no, and also like on his part, what I want to say is that if he feels people can't share opinions about whatever he is doing or who he is sleeping with, he shouldn't share opinions over what somebody is doing or somebody wears. That is none of his business. Nisi kana onyana or say I'm dressing say I'm expensive. Do you have a
cologne?
And no info be obisu beto enye no business class. So if that is how he wants us to take things, or no some fantasy, baby thing.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Nana Regan, for that one. Let's move on to another business. This is still Showbiz Daily, and Showbiz Daily is the only discussion platform online that you can that you can get on Sammy Flex TV, and this comes your way every weekday from 7 p.m. live here on Sammy Flex TV. Black Rasta has been calling me. Shout out to Black Rasta. Black Rasta, I'm busy. Don't call me again. I'll call you when I'm done. Okay, so this is what we do. We talk show business, and it is the only discussion platform online. Subscribe to us if you've not done that, and tell others that the real showbiz discussion, a Kosowaha, a chain baby. Now to the next one. Bosheba is still talking. Bosheba is still talking. After my encounter with him on Sammy Flex TV's Real Talk, the guy said so many things. Now, one angle that I would want us to look at is when Bosheba mentioned that to him, Black Sherif is losing his Ghanaian originality, but rather he is now appealing to the foreign world more. According to him, when he started with the sermons, that was when he was doing Ghanaian stuff. But now, after that acceptance, he thinks he is now looking beyond Ghana, and that it is not, okay, he did not actually say it's bad. He rather also suggested that then he should move and go live outside of Ghana if he thinks that place will be very comfortable for him. That is what Black Sherif, that is what Bosheba has been saying. Now we go watch the video, and after the video, I come back to ask my people that, do we all agree that Black Sherif is losing his originality and again his appeal for Ghanaians because of his new kind of sound, as Bosheba is also saying? Anna, let's go watch it. When I come back, more talks here on the show.
And coming on the same promotion oh, this many we are Sammy no no and coming on the same promotion oh, this many we are Sammy oh Brasam you get it. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I say he's privileged when you have some opportunities be.
Yeah. And I want to get it on one target Ghana. In Ghana, I say, one should big or Ghana. I see. Black Sherif is not big. Black Sherif, all Kobo, your friends say, Nigeria show no beach. No. Yeah. Sana, I don't know, Tono. Sana Ghana for Tono.
Yes.
It's different. On the old Tony
man. On the show now, the disco concert maybe.
Me ba room, me ba obina me be spy room na me.
I didn't want room. What about the other room?
Yeah, but
say room one can be who say can afford to know.
Okay, say I don't know much at the to my hwe. Nti you know much to no much Nigeria dey no na me the church. Nigeria dey loud no high what me say feeling me high. Nti me no no anka metan la e friend say Nigeria. But we hwe me so dia afutu akra man me ye friend say senior on tunkotena Nigeria and as a UK ebebu ano na Ghana ha die e be du komo
eh as a black unim bibia minim as a boss about bibia minim
oh unim
no I don't know
never can you know unim
because me feel say Ghana for na so nimu and sana mo abontini hu because time na all kromu ana
like that and Ghana for nyom na oto no ne and the first one today.
Sermon.
That's it, first sermon. Second sermon. That's Ghana thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. No, I switch it.
Oh, okay. I feel my tip baby episode. I feel my who as a person.
Oh, when you have like feeling kakra wo, so the first and second mu. Oh, so Ghana 10 room, but was switch it. But it's good. Say don't worry about you no. That's it is good. But Ghana ha no ultimi bona out same wa ha no ma. We 70 crowd be di Ghana ha no. That's one thing about Ghana. You see, you can say Kwabuchi, but we should think about it. Say, Lumba, what are you? Or 70 and then 60. I don't know about show the same man. Just imagine. I'm actually when you, I don't know about show. Just imagine. Kakraba, I won't put a craman. And to you, you know your boy, away and your man. You say Afrobeat. All right, yeah, international. But we are not blending. So the bear won't be penny, won't shape.
Okay.
What is it? And yes, I know.
And how now who believes that oh yeah messy mark.
Yeah, but meant to me correct into me.
Yeah.
Obi be say who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I? Obi be say who am I?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so that was that encounter with Bosheba the Shine. He thinks that Black Sherif is losing his Ghanaian originality and now he is appealing more to the outside world. True or false? Chemo will start this.
Yeah, I think he didn't start the conversation well, but you can agree or to some extent get what he is trying to say. So Black Sherif is not losing his Ghanaian fans or grounds. No, Black Sherif is.
In fact, when you watch further, he was talking about when Black Sherif started doing the sermons, you could feel high life rhythms in there. But now he's moved from those high life sounds or rhythms in there.
About sounds.
In fact, he mentioned that too. Maybe we could have added that part. He mentioned that too. He mentioned that too.
He said it when you were counting the first sermon, second sermon.
Yeah,
but there was a point he actually mentioned that the first sermon had high life sound in it, but now after he's no
Sure, but what he's missing is that the first sermon, Black Sherif wasn't popular if you compare what he is now. He had only Ghanaian audience to show his crafts to. So what do you expect? But now he has grown to some extent that he has to go to the next level. So that's what will happen.
You're now going to what he's saying.
No, people.
If I'm understanding you well.
No, the point I'm making is that his audience were only Ghanaians. Now he has more than Ghanaians, and people outside are more than Ghanaians. So what do you expect? People outside will also love him more. And it will make it look like instead of you seeing it like people outside are more than Ghanaians. So if they love him, obviously whatever they love about him will overshadow or take the Ghanaianness that you want to see. But that Ghanaianness is not gone. It's still there. Just that it can't be pronounced as compared to people outside what they love about him. It can't. How? Like because the example that he gave, that Lumba, Kwadwo and Co. Yes, they are popular, but they are popular in Ghana more than any other territory that you want to compare to. So that's what will happen. But I can bet him if they had popularity outside more than Ghana, he would be saying the same thing about them. So I don't see Black Sherif losing his Ghanaianness, but the love that he is getting outside will overshadow things that Ghanaian may want to see or more of such things. It is not gone, but you will see it more if people outside are jamming to the Kwadwo the Traveler and then the mystery something song. Soldier. Yes, Soldier. If they are vibing to that one, it will obviously suppress first sermon or second sermon. Like when you compare them, Soldier will be far gone. So the how Soldier is popular, prominent wherever you go, that will be the song that he will play first. Will make it look like there's no more sermon, first sermon or second sermon or whatever. It will make it look some way. But and his point after making that was that when he retires or when it gets to a point
no
that
more
he
in
is
his
no
peak,
more
yeah.
in his peak, he may suffer for it because the Ghanaianness will be gone. And I will also disagree on that. And the point is that if what he is doing outside, they take it so much, the same thing will happen. He may be in Ghana, people will still be jamming to his song wherever they are, and he will still make something out of it. And we have good examples to talk about. Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, Lucky Dube. We have them. Like, not that it's one, so you say one-time hit kind of people. No. We have people who have made hits, like lifeless, that timeless hits. It's all everywhere. He may not be as good as the people that are mentioning, but he has just started. So we have to see how it goes. You may try and advise him to come back to Ghana. I mean, try to appeal to your Ghanaian audience more than even people outside. But the effect is that then you also lose a lot of your audience who are now praising you now. So you have to go where the market is and try to build a solid foundation to stand on. And it could be outside or in Ghana. So losing his Ghanaianness, like, I don't really want to. I don't know how to position it. I don't know that, like, let's talk about the sound, for instance. Is it because he's now singing more in English, or the way the sound is coming? Like, I struggle to position his thing.
Okay.
The only way that I'm seeing it is like people outside, they are more than people in Ghana who loves his songs. So those people will project him more than even Ghanaians if we try.
So he will do stuff to satisfy them.
Satisfy that market.
Then he is right in his observation.
No. Why? Because even if he does Ghana things and he's still doing that thing, that thing will overshadow the Ghana ones. So like it's how so if I wish you okay, I don't know if he answered how does he think he can overcome it, or how should he come out from that thing.
So he said he should go and live with them.
It is good, so he should go and live with them.
And he thinks that Black Sherif living here, he can't still have that impact in this.
No, he didn't say he won't have that impact.
Yeah,
he would have the impact. So he should go and live with them and feed them what he has started feeding them.
And
more.
he can't feed them from here. Like that's my point. We are in a global village now. He can travel to US and come back within a like shorter time as compared to some years back. So what are you talking about? He can be on social media, put camera on him and say whatever he wants.
So in short, you think the observation is wrong?
Well, I think he has said something, but there's no way to remedy it. So like
it is what it is.
Well, that's it. Like that's the point. I think
it will be like that.
It will be like that based on where you just want to push your thing. Nobody can change something like that. It's difficult.
Nana, continue from there.
Well, his observation is very right. But it is not a bad thing to do when you are growing as an artist. Especially growing from an indie artist to associate yourself with labels and other things like that. One thing that we should all understand is that if you are an indie artist and you shine and labels wants to work with you, the labels, they also have their visions, their directions, sounds, where they want to grow musically, how they want to grow the label and all of that. So it becomes you, the artist, plus the artist's vision plus the label's vision. So that conversation comes up, and then some of the label, depending on your contract, will tell you to record albums for them. So they make certain decisions even in your style of recordings. And that is where, if you don't take care, some of your you might lose some of your uniqueness, or what people, the locals or people have known you for.
Like your grassroots fans.
Your grassroots, what they've known you for, you will miss some of the elements. But it is like that. There's nothing anybody can do about it, unless of course you as an artist feels that, okay, with what I started with, I have a vision with it, and that is what I want to travel with it. So any label that wants to work with me should sit with me and you know, agree to that vision, support that vision, and let's fly like that. Other than that, anybody at all that starts, no matter how unique or versatile you are, once you associate yourself with a label, some of their decisions will change, one or two, especially in your sound. It will change it, because the label, if it is a global label, it's also looking at what is happening on the music market on the globe. So if this is the sound that is bringing them the wins, they will not make you do any other thing. They will advise that you do this type of sounds, because this is what people are streaming. So such conversations will definitely change something. Because if you are comparing first sermon and second sermon, the way people were vibing with it, the Ghanaian people were vibing with it, it is not the same as Soja. You can't compare the two. If a DJ, we are doing a party,
and I'm sure that these are some of the things he's saying. That's
what I'm saying. The observation is right. Because if a DJ is here and he drops first sermon and second sermon, the way we will react, it won't be the same as if he drops Soja. It is not as if Soja is a bar song. No, it is just that certain elements in his writing or sound or production have changed to suit a bigger market. It's as simple as that. Because now, when Black Sherif was growing up, he feels like, I need to conquer Ghana. I need to be one of Ghana's A-list artists. Now, the conversation is not the same. Now, he wants to be one of Africa or even the world's biggest artists. So certain elements will add up to what he started with, and that will bring that change. So saying he should go and live there, I don't see how that is going to change anything. But like, we have artists like Rocky Dawoodi. He's a Ghanaian artist, but we known him to be basing outside more. So he does most of his things. So some of his songs, Ghanaians even don't know it, and that is how he's also winning. Getting nominations for Grammys and other things. So if Black Sherif feels like going to live in London will bring him such recognition, then I would also agree to Boshebe's advice that maybe if you move outside, if you are based in America, maybe America's loving your song will now see you not just as a Ghanaian artist, but one of us. You have become one of us. So even if you want features or collaborations or to work with producers there, it will be very easy than, you know, basing here in Ghana and wanting to work with Timbaland. And when the Grammy CEO came here, I think he mentioned he touched on some of these things, that, you know, there are certain cliques that you need to identify yourself among and work with some of them.
Your music supposed to be in American market for you to even qualify
to work with, you understand? So that is where it will make his argument a bit right, because if you are here and you can't work easily with such people, such cliques, then if you are in America and you are based and they see you to be, oh yes, Charlie, this guy, we always see him, his music are good, his people are streaming his songs, so if he wants to work with anybody at all, you get it. Then go there and make those wins, because it adds up to your career. It's a good thing for you.
Okay.
I don't think it is bad at all. So if he wants to go and base in London and people will see him as the second Stormzy. Go to London and go and base there. Let people see you as the second Stormzy. Make the wins, make the money. Because at the end of the day, all Ghanaians wants to the bragging right or the conversation Ghanaians wants to have. Okay, we also have an artist that is also winning out there. That is the argument he's trying. But as for him changing or his sound changing, we should expect it. In fact, anybody that wasn't even expecting it, then you don't understand our music today. Like, once you are growing, once you are attending certain meetings, sometimes you can even be an indie artist still, but you attend certain business meetings and it will change certain sound or elements in your songs. You might want to change. Even people love to sing, some artists love to sing about love, some artists love to sing about some want to sing about street life, but you can enter one meeting room, you come out and you want to sing about maybe prisoners or something else based on information you get or you get it. So I am not surprised Black Sherif is growing like that, and it is not a bad thing. Okay, it is not going to, I don't see it affecting him in any way. Personally, I think it is even going to make him win more. But the advice of going to stay in London or US, it is also possible. Like it can also add up to whatever he wants, because he has been tapped as one of the potential artists from Ghana to win Grammys for Ghana. How is he going to do that? So if traveling or basing in US for some years will get you that, go and base there and bring it.
Okay, Roland, speak finally on this one, so we move on to our very last topic for the day.
Sammy, he's made an observation. I don't want to say he's made a very good observation, but he's made an observation, but I don't entirely agree with him. I feel it is too early for us to say Black Sherif is losing the Ghanaian touch in the things he's doing, because unless we've not been ardent follower of Black Sherif, else it is too early. In fact, I don't even know why somebody. Yes, it is observation. You'll be able to make it, but then as to whether we agree with you is another conversation. Is that my point is, Black Sherif, since he started, or even with the first sermon, has been noted with two things. There are two elements that makes Black Sherif sound. One has to do with high life, and the other one has to do with trap hip hop. And I don't know which of Black Sherif's song that you pick now that do not have any of these elements in there. I don't know which one. So if you say Black Sherif is the sound as a sample, then I don't know what you mean, because at a point when he started with the first sermon, second sermon, you were hearing the high life more because of the audience he was appealing to. Exactly, you were the only audience he was appealing to. But now that
he knew only us.
Yes, now that the reach has expanded, he needs to amplify the trap side more for the other people to also connect with. It's as simple as that. Nothing of Black Sherif's high life in his sound has changed. Give him even a hip hop melody. Check all his collaborations that he's done with Small God, Name Why. All his melodies has always been high life. The melodies or the creating the verses in high life melodies. We free hip hop beats in the not high life, or you definitely find an amponsa in there, or a choir in there where you can match it. So if you say Black Sherif is losing his Ghanaian touch, ask myself how, because he just even did a show. This even goes a long way to say that Black Sherif has not lost anything, especially when it comes to the Ghanaian conversation, because his first major concert was not even in Ghana. He did it outside, and right after, the next one was also a success in Ghana. So they should tell you that he has both in control.
Both markets.
Yes, both markets. He's controlling both markets. He's not lost anything. He just feeds the Obeduha. Now we feed him waha. Obeduha no we feed him waha. And no part the fact say feed him we more hand and part just say we jam hono. It is just a matter of 7 different markets at the same time. So to me, for us to say Black Sherif has even lost something or a Ghanaian touch in the things he's doing, I feel the conversation is too early. If somebody will make an observation and say he's losing the Ghanaian touch, then it is because of maybe the amplification of the trap side of his music, or Brofono. That is the only way. And if it is that, then I don't see the need why the Brofo in the song should be the reason why you are saying he's losing touch of Ghana. And the other advice of him saying he should move and go and stay there too. Me too. That one too. I think it is null and void. It doesn't hold, because even if the Grammy CEO says that you ought to have your works in America, it doesn't mean that you should go and live there. Yeah. Rocky Dauni has been in Ghana, yes, still had nominations in Grammy. Yeah. It is just about you making sure, distributing and making sure the companies you are affiliated with are there. So sit here and do it. Angelique Kidionte America, she's been moving here and there, just like our own Rocky Dauni has been doing. So let's have the conversation. It is not about going to stay at a particular place before they can feel you or they will be attracted to you. You can be anywhere, and in fact, even our current state, Nekran has shown, said the world has indeed become a global village. You can sit here and still impact anywhere you want to impact. It's as simple as that. So for him, say, even if he's lost it, then he should move there. And Nekran play a non-starter.
I see. Thank you, Roland and Martin and Regan and Team Dodo Solomon Chemo. Moving on to our very last topic for the day. I'm still reminding you before we close that Sunday, Team Sammy Flex TV is doing what we call the industry gathering. We are calling our colleague presenters, entertainment presenters, show producers, pundits, and resource people on a table discussion. And this table discussion is going to be full of drinks, food, and Kojokin even wants us to do live band and many more. Yeah, because of that, we are also calling supporters from all over the world, those who are fans of our industry. Whatever you can support us to do this, we appreciate it already. We are going to be very, very happy that you do that. Already we have received some monies from our friend Edmond, who is in UK, and Augustino, whose money is still in the air. Maybe by the time we close, I'll find out if it has dropped or not. But as I speak there, no indicator that it has dropped. In fact, get tap send and carry and camera. That's why you need to get tap send. But unfortunately, Augustino tells me tap send is not in Finland yet. So if you have tap send, please. If tap send operates or it's very active in your country or in your city, please get an app on your phone today and make sure you are also using tap send to send money. It is fast, reliable, and so easy to retrieve it as well. Finally, so the weekend from Friday, Saturday, Sunday till now, it has been in Kwadwo, Sheldon, and Shatta. And I believe that those who have been following it, they have different opinions about the two of them. Some people think this way about Shatta Wale. Others also think that way about Kwadwo Sheldon. And it has been ongoing. Even now, I want to believe there has been a little calm. But to fans who are following it, they are still thinking that, yeah, someone did something wrong. Someone did something right. Now, one angle that I want us to explore today, as much as that issue is concerned, is that Shatta Wale has warned Kwadwo Sheldon and has given him 15 days that he should work on taking most of materials that he's done with his brand. He's warned him to take most materials that he's done with his products, including his program Year of the Day, where he starts with Shatta Wale's song On God. I believe you've been watching that program. Yeah, the program starts with the Shatta Wale song On God. Now, according to Shatta Wale, he wants his lawyers to take this up, and that if Kwadwo Sheldon does not do this himself, he will make sure his lawyers will write to him, so they find a way to deal with him there, out of what he terms as disrespect Kwadwo Sheldon has shown him. Now, the question is this. First of all, is it possible? Can Shatta Wale do this? And again, would you even encourage some of these things? Because we have been talking about unity. We've been talking about that synergy or synergy between showbiz people and the media. And that is what we are looking for. But of course, we also don't like that kind of banter, disrespect here and there. So we are looking for calm. Shatta Wale says he is going to give him 15 days. Kevin Taylor, who seems to be supporting Shatta Wale, thinks that 15 days in the crowd there were. And Charles Richie bring Kevin Taylor's tweets. Let me read that before we even go watch that video. So he says, please, Shatta Wale, 15 days be too plenty. I have some money to waste, so I will generously donate to support you. We are chilling, he's bleeding. We are chilling, he's bleeding. Pam, 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 pam. For some time, Kevin Taylor has been Shatta Wale's #1 fan, always supporting him in most of the things he does. So that is what he's also saying. Now, what Shatta Wale is saying is also here. Let's go watch that video. When I come back, we will have a conversation on this. Yesterday, we exhausted another angle of respect between brands and media, or better still, celebrities and media. That angle is solved, or we have exhausted that particular angle, so we put that one down. Now we are looking at the angle where Shatta intends to call him to order, take every content that he's done in his name, in his products, on his songs from his channel, and that if he refuses, the lawyers will handle the issue. Let's go watch what Shatta Wale said. When we come back, we wrap up the show, then we run away from here.
Desist from mentioning my name on your page. Stop. Desist from mentioning my name on your page. Stop that my music they play for your page, I tell you. Because what you are doing now, I'm seeing that you are being very stupid. You are being very foolish. As you talk all while they start why they tell you, mama, I want to show you that, you see me, when it comes to law, I know what law is. Stop that nonsense. I don't want to ever hear you and everybody for save this video. If they go screenshot or they go video shot or they go do what shot and send to, may they make you understand. See, I don't want that again. I want him to stop that from now, from today. Anything we are do, and if I delete anything where it is Shatta Wale under YouTube. Because you tell him, today be on the 15th, and they give you 15 days. 15 days to do that thing. Otherwise, when you don't do that thing, the next thing be, I will call my lawyers. May they write to you. Then I will sue you, make you understand, say, yeah, Shatta is somebody. I will make you see what be power, what be law, what be power, what be law. If you and me go court, then we go court and go tell somebody, say, you have the right to put my name, Shatta Wale, on your YouTube channel. I'm not going to talk plenty. I thank everybody for listening to me.
Okay, so let's go to an expert to start this for us. Of course, Chemo among us is an expert on YouTube. So let's listen to what he says. Then Nana Regan and Roland Amate also add their opinions to it. Chemo, so this is Shatta's caution to Kwadwo Sheldon. Everything that you've done with my name, with my content, take them in 15 days. Else, I come back to you. I'm sure he even wants to give him a caution not to even ever mention his name ever on his channel again. That one I know is possible. I don't know about the rest. The one that don't mention my name again, that one I know it is possible. I know one journalist who is suffering that in Ghana.
That one is supposed to be, you have to add reasons to it. Yes. So if your reason is something that they can't contest, you can't just say that don't mention my name without
that one I'm not even talking on YouTube terms.
Even generally. You can't say somebody shouldn't mention your name without giving reason for judge to accept. Unless the person has done something that you can prove that when the last time he mentioned my name, this is what happened.
Oh, Chemo, this is so cheap for him to get.
Oh, well, maybe
no, this is so. If this is what he wants to do, like it will not even be a bother cry.
With the YouTube thing, I think if I analyze Kwadwo Sheldon's channel, obviously Shatta has something to say. Or he has every right to let him remove some of them. But the way that it will happen is where the difficulty will come. It can stretch a bit. So a lawyer may advise Shatta that, Shatta, you have the right. I mean, he has using a lot of your content without telling you. But he's using it within a certain realm. Like, you have to prove that, yes, the way he's doing it is one, affecting you. Two, you don't like you lose even revenue for him to do it. So if you look at Kwadwo Sheldon's content, yeah, he will fall short. Shatta will get him there, but it may drag a bit. That's why if
when a drag a bit means what? Like,
when
can it be specific?
Kwadwo Sheldon also put in that I did it based on this, then there should be somebody judging.
Based on what? So what can he say to be a defense?
If we take fair use, for instance, when you take somebody's content, in this case, and transform it,
so for instance, within the law. For instance, when he has a segment where the segment starts with a Shatta Wale song.
Oh, that one there is straight no. With just Shatta Wale song.
And I'm sure these are some of the things Shatta is looking at.
Yes, but the song, how long? Okay, that even the length won't matter.
Yes.
In that sense, yes.
Because I know Rexoma versus Despite.
Yeah. If you're using some,
they were using his song Marble as a sick tune to start one of their shows. He won hands down.
Yes, and that one there's no even challenge. You can't challenge it in any way. But the only time that Kwadwo Sheldon may or can challenge is when he's talking about transforming the content, criticizing it, saying whatever he's saying about it, reviewing and all that. That one still, Shatta may still win, but that one can stretch a bit because that one you have to go to a court for a lawyer, for a judge to say that, okay, the way you did it is transformed, so you have every right to use it. Or the way you did it, no, it's still not transformed, so you can't use it. So that's where it will stretch. But if we are talking about just using it as a sick tune, as a track for your program, then in fact there's nothing to even talk about. Just have to just do it the way he wants it. So when I look at Sheldon's channel, where he may have a case is the breakdown thing. Then that one he can argue. But that one too, it will be based on what the lawyer, the judge will say. That's why I was saying that portion will stretch a bit. By just putting it under your song or whatever, there's nothing to challenge. In fact, if Shatta is even under a ID, content ID for a company or for a personal one, he can even block them. That one he will not even come and ask you what is it. He can even just block his sounds in your content. And blocking his sounds will block your content. So if you don't want it like you cut them out, then you have to cut his content out from all the sounds that you are in. Yes, so that would be the option for Shatta. If he has the content ID, then there was even no need to
give him a caution.
To caution him. Or well, maybe if for professionalism and all that, you have to caution the person that, okay, I don't like what you're doing, so let's do it like this. But if Kwadwo Sheldon will say, no, I have right to use content like this because I'm criticizing it, I'm transforming it, then there should be a court to judge. That's where the issue is. Kwadwo Sheldon can say, no, I have the right to use this content. Only judge will tell us whether I'm doing the right way or not. So that one will drag it. It can take some years to battle something like that. That's why I'm saying that it will be better if Shatta will talk to his lawyer before even coming out to give the caution and all that. But for the ones that Kwadwo Sheldon is just using them for the track there, no case. Like Shatta, he has no defense. Yeah, let me put it that. Kwadwo Sheldon has no defense on that one. And that's how it will be.
Okay. Let me ask this. Can Shatta also, let's say, incite his fans to report the channel where YouTube will take actions against the channel?
The difficult part when it comes to YouTube is that you can't just report it and they take it. You have to give reasons. And then YouTube will investigate it and give the chance to the other party to respond to them.
What I'm saying is, if let's say Shatta presents like an online petition or report to all the 40,000 fans that came to fill the stadium and ask them that go to YouTube, go and report Kwadwo Sheldon's channel and give this report to YouTube.
Yes. YouTube will still investigate the report and see the validity of it. If it is not valid to them, in fact, YouTube can even back Kwadwo Sheldon and say go to court, we will face you. They have options like that. Like if they think that you are so big and you want to bully the creator, you two can even stand on behind of the creator. In fact, they will stand in front, not behind, and face you directly.
Okay.
Yes, so they try to make it fair, so that you can't just bully the person because you have the resources to get whatever you want. You may have the fans, but the YouTube platform doesn't belong to you. It goes through certain things, and they want the fair thing to be done. So if you are using the person's content, you have to defend it, that you are using it in a way that's supposed to be used. If you are not using it in the right way, then you don't have any case. Just do what the person is instructing you to do, then we end it there.
Okay, before you leave us, Chemo will be leaving us. He has a gig to do. But before you leave us, what is your honest opinion about the banter between Kwadwo Sheldon and Shatta Wale? What is your position on that?
When it started, I didn't expect it to get to where it is now. I think Kwadwo Sheldon was criticizing Shatta's opinion about the Meek saga. And then the way he did it, Shatta wasn't happy. And then so Shatta came back to also do whatever he did, and then the back and forth happened. Well, my thing is, Shatta Wale didn't just come out to criticize Kwadwo Sheldon for saying things. Shatta did a general
that was his
comment.
his
first comment. It was general, and within that general comment, then he fired, insulting in fact everybody who disagrees with him. And at this point, I will caution Shatta that when you go that way, don't expect that people will come in the way that you think they should come. Some people will also go the way that you went, and it may not be good for you. Or we will even see it as a disrespect to you. But the thing is, what you did, the way you were talking, was it also okay? If generally we can say that no, what Shatta said and the way he said it, it was more like his opinion. You can't hold him for it. Then it will be like, so why did you then go attacking him or saying things that is disrespectful to him? But in Shatta's comment, or some of them that we saw, he was insulting. And that one too is not good. If I disagree with you, you can share your opinion. You don't have to insult me. And me, I will not come and insult you back, but somebody will. So if that person is insulting you, that person is just standing on the fact that you insulted. In fact, he wants to insult you even already, but now you have given the person reasons to insult you. It's not good. I mean, I'm not encouraging people to do that kind of thing. But me, I will plead with Shatta that when he has come out and say that, okay, this time around, I want to talk for everybody to understand me. So I will be calm and say it. So why can't you use the same tactics again? Because that one that he did, I didn't see anybody countering that one or saying bad things about the one that he was calm talking about his thing. You can be calm and talk about your stuff. But if you come like the way you come, Mutru Muko and media people, and you are hungry and all that, I mean, I can bet somebody will come the same way, like hard at you in that sense. And it may not be good. Like, look at where we are now. I don't think it's okay for the industry. It's okay for the space. Now it's like the battle is drawn. If you are with me, you are with me. If you are against me, me too, I'm against you. And it shouldn't be like that, because in one way or the other, we will all need each other. Paths, in a certain thing. So me, I think Shatta at this point, if Sheldon says that no, I want to face you, then why not? Shatta should face him. But if at some point Sheldon comes back and say that, oh, Shatta, the way I went about it, I'm sorry, I don't think this is good for us, I will plead with Shatta to accept it, and going forward, you should do it in the right way.
Okay, so like I said, we would excuse Chemo. We will conclude the program without him though, but he is still around. Nana Regan, speak and let's run away.
Let me start with my opinion on their banter.
Okay.
I think they both got it wrong. They both got it wrong, and they got it wrong because what is the issue? The issue is about McMill's saga that happened in Ghana, and you are both sharing your opinions over it. If for nothing at all, I think whatever Shatta was trying to share across has some lessons that will help the industry. Could you, Sheldon's opinion would also comes back, have certain lessons in there that somebody can also pick one or two from. That will also help him or her in the same industry. So it shouldn't get to a point where it has to become personal attacks, like personal have to be insulting you directly and leaving whatever matters you were sharing opinions on there. I don't know if you are getting me. Like, the issue is
the main issue. We've left it, and we are now trading personal insults. Yeah.
That is why I'm saying they both got it wrong. Because it shouldn't get to that level where you leave an important issue that you are trying to address and you just be insulting yourself. But I think with Shatta's call, he's right. I mean, if for nothing at all, Sheldon should also know the repercussions of his actions. Like, he should know that if I'm doing this, if I'm insulting Shatta Wale, then these are some of the things that can come out of whatever that I'm doing. He can ask me to take down his content or songs that I've used in my content. And if you know those things and you know you can't do it, or it will be a challenge to your work, you don't go about insulting such a person.
Because they say where you eat, you don't direct your left hand.
Exactly. It's like biting the finger that feeds you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, how are you going to eat? You can't eat. So if you knew your actions will get you to that position, that level, you don't even start it at all. Because clearly, just as Chemo was trying to explain, clearly there are a lot of things that if right now Shatta Wale should ask his lawyers to act, you lose. Yes, you will find yourself in big trouble. Because it is not as if all Shatta's songs or content that you've used, you use them appropriately, like you didn't use them rightly. But he, as an industry person or as an artist, feels like, okay, yes, let's give people space to also do whatever that they want to do with our content and let them also make money. But you can't be making money with my content and be disrespecting me or insulting me on top. No reasonable human being would allow that.
Never.
So if you think you have a war with me, then I don't have to think about how you feed yourself.
Okay.
So stop using my content to create content and making money out of it. It's as simple as that. That is why I was even asking that if Shatta can talk to his fans or tell his fans to go and report the channel and whatever action. And can also be a account then I can
it's in the account.
Imagine what if you can't afford the time from cost the one day for one number for to channel. I can TikTok about that. We are shouting the channel. Oh, TikTok. TikTok the report TikTok.
Oh, how?
Chinese one.
They don't respect like that.
There's one
TikTok.
There's one people and what your life number travel going to be blocking.
Peter, the report me kwa masa
that's how they did that.
They will not go and investigate it. They will relate it. Are you so critical for? It's as simple as that.
Man for me, brave.
So I think that by now, Kwadwo now on to me and kati because that's a juma. Sheldon must start the year of the day.
I think
15 days.
You see, I'm thinking about him as a content creator because I see myself in the same position. But I always say that, why do you disrespect that guy? It is just a disagreement.
That's what I'm saying.
Disagreement. So talk about what you want. Have we not been doing it here every day? Among giving ourselves.
Yes.
Disagreement. Okay. Shatta thinks McMill thing is this. Me. That is my position. So in doing your reaction, you put Shatta's own here. You put yours there. Leave it to the public who are listening to you.
And you see, Chemo was talking about insults and other things. You see, let's not run away from the fact that some people, they will not say kwasia or utum or abwa. but they insult.
Oh yeah. For example, if you say someone if someone is not making sense, you have insulted.
I've not followed the entire banter, but I've seen one or two of Kwadwo Sheldon's video trending, and in some and all can.
And people
like in some and all can a serious attempt did you possess
yes.
We are boy.
My friend Van, who lives in London, sent me a voice note just this evening, and he is not even a Shatta fan. And he's even mad. Like, how can you be treating a top star in your country like this?
Like,
because of what?
Who describe it and I said the same or person or no to or person say
yes. Yeah.
Like,
no, what guy video where he said Shatta got his big song from Yawa of the Day.
Yes.
And that throughout his career he's been doing,
and then insults in the chain way, or because he did not say Shatta Wale Jimmy or Shatta Wale Abua, so you think he's sharing just
online will hail you, so.
And they will call that criticism. Like
online will hail you, so especially when you have done best. Online will make you feel good.
We should also stop those things. Shatta no. Yes, or no, baby, or baby. So, some of us we've condemned it, but that is who he is. Kwadwo Sheldon say be as an out, but what I'm saying is that if you are admitting or claiming, saying out here, Shatta onim all the consequences about me about so for his action or character or put it out. And it's also onim the about me about so na say o person no na person who portray our society no man. Then don't make anybody feel like ochina no. Me the main person me who ye hashtag Shatta Wale leave Kwadwo Sheldon alone. Or hashtag sound kwasa say me who pena me both because nipa ne kwako take action or so on dream who say no I don't na me kwako eni so say ne betimi aba me so nti say who person obi who say yeah Shatta kan obetimi aka Shatta ya uti who betimi aya na no obetimi aya ne say ya then if he is taking any extra actions just go back and also go and find a way to defend yourself. Don't come and find any public sympathy where some of us have to sit on platforms and be begging Shatta for you to say that Chemo Tiana no ka say eduru maybe no be okopa Shatta chewa Shatta and fan channel. Edu on man a battle line our draw.
Yeah.
So it should go on like that. Okay. So some me enu na you agree so okay say yeah the weapons so to na ye ntimi mfa adwen e ntimi moving on until that there one hour then tokwa no so be kun.
Okay, thank you, Nana Reagan. Roland, let's close the show.
Interesting times. That's it is good. The BCBI. In fact, I am paying critical attention as to where the case has gotten to now. In fact,
but do you think Shatta means what he's saying?
As in 15 days.
Like, does he mean what he says to take him on for real?
Well, it is not about whether he means it or not. He's already said it, and so far as it is possible, it is doable. We can't rule it out and say so the fact say what cannot. Oh, yeah, it depends on how you dare him or how far you take him. If you're somebody who has nothing to lose, in fact, what has Shatta got to lose if he takes Kwadwo Sheldon on? Somebody would say, oh, it will waste his time, waste his money. What if he has those things to spare? He can just waste the time, and it will not amount to anything. Probably you might have something better to do. Maybe a no waste time. And you know, whether or not say obey and now I would just want to leave it to him and how the situation goes. Because nobody thought we would get to this point where he would even be issuing a warning for somebody to take his content off their platform. I feel say yes, so far as it is doable, I would want to see the end of this, because it is not just about the disrespect. It's about also educating the public on even how to use people's content. That is on the other side. If people have not taken notice.
Sorry to cut you. You see, Brasan, there's one thing we also need to draw content creators' attention to. Kwadwo Sheldon is having this gas time because he feels like he's doing Shatta Wale a favor.
He said that. He said I've been promoting.
He said it. It is not he's not feeling. He said it.
In the first class.
He said it.
No, it is not because of only Shatta and Toka. This
it's a general,
It's a general thing. People feel like artists ni wo fie na omo create content na omo de koye sa reaction ni we na
they are helping them.
You are not doing anything to good to the artists. You are not doing anything.
No, that thing I agree.
What you are doing.
Ono abrachro ne nyoma ko studio akosiripe atuesika recording. Now I be kate say I'm promoting it. How do you promote it?
In today's world, do you know how we promote music?
He's mad. You are even killing it. I mean, I've
you know
told
how
you
we
that.
promote songs?
I think I've mentioned it here that when I listen to those things and understand the song, like I'm done. Okay, and you say that here.
They shouldn't me. Sad in me time. Me say obe feel big because at this point I mean sure say you said it if obe to me the sabon me crap on me mouth on God cry me can't be na e man e popular.
He said it. Yes,
They should stop those things. They don't know how people are.
I know where you are coming from.
The money people are spending to.
I know where you are coming from. I know. We know where you are coming from.
That's it. So what I'm saying is that it is also an educational piece for other people to also learn as to how they use people's content. If through and through Shatta is able to get through with this, and even at a point get Sheldon to even take down one of the content, it is still a lesson that along the line, who you saw a man for Niyama, and you don't know how to deal with them, it will get to a point one here you might suffer the same thing. Now the other thing also has to do with relationship in the space, and then they may idea about because you see what these actions are causing indirectly. Sa gap na say a bridge between the media and the artist fraternity, is still widening it up. That is what it is doing indirectly. And they idea whether or not we are doing them a favor or they are rather doing us a favor, or whoever came first or whoever is supporting why we still need that gap to be closed. And in closing that gap, it is just nothing but preaching respect for each other's craft.
Exactly.
The fact that the media is feeding off the creators' content doesn't mean that the media is useless. No, it doesn't mean that the media's role, even no matter how little it is not a contributing factor to whatever they are doing. But the respect of it will even educate them more as to how they can even better that little impact that they are giving.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. So yes, it is about showing respect to people in their own fields. The fact that you are an artist doesn't mean say you can just wake up and because it is your song or your product that people use on their platform, so you disrespect them anyhow. No. And the fact that you are also a content creator in the media fraternity doesn't also warrant you the fact that artists, oh wow, you disrespect them because you feel, even if you are on platform sumpo and a product blow, it still doesn't give you the right to disrespect them. It is not a crime for you to disagree with anybody. Let's learn to preach respect. And any idea like here will chroma say you.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, you see, one thing is that if we see a fan base disrespecting a principal somewhere, check his fan base no more principal. Let's check their demeanor. That is where the problem starts. That is where the problem starts. No SM fan base like SM person now will respect. So many people will not respect Sheldon. Why? Because their principal doesn't respect him. And same way, Sheldon now has following.
Yeah.
Until also Crawford will try to go and disrespect Shatta Wale.
Including those who want to
exactly.
fight some battles but looking for
weapons. Yeah. This is a huge reason for them to go and fight. So me pass you could do this here, but me, I would still wish say could see the end point so we know who has strength and who doesn't and how moving forward when some of these things come, because we have a president next time say we say here we will base on this to either settle or judge how it will go in the next line.
Beautiful day it is here on Showbiz Daily live on Sammy Flex TV, and I believe enough has been said, enough information, wisdom, entertainment and knowledge shared on this platform. On this note, I want to say thanks to my wonderful people I worked with today. In Team Dodo Solomon, he is an online strategist, and here he is also our digital manager and also one of our pundits. Nana Reagan is the road manager for Wendy Shea, and also a pundit as well as a talent manager. And Roland Amate is also an event publicist. He's also a blogger, talent manager, and one of our pundits here. And to the guys at the back, digital rasta is called Currency, which Flex, editor, director of the show, Emmanuel Lapiji, as well as Gideon Nilamtesin for making it happen. My name is Sammy Flex. If you loved this, tell someone about us. Tell them that Charlie Sammy Flex TV, man, the best showbiz platform that you can get from Ghana. And this is the only discussion platform on an online platform like this. I'll meet you tomorrow at 7 p.m. We are out of here. See ya.